Back to a brand new What's Going On, guys. We are doing the Oscar Live nominations, talking about the nomination predictions for the Oscars 2021. A week from now, guys, we will actually have and know who is going to be nominated for Best Picture, Best Actor, all sorts of stuff like that. And of course, I'll be doing my rankings and guesses all about that once those finally come out. But I want to dive into some of the topics to give you guys my point of view of who I think will be nominated for Best Actor, Best Supporting Actress, all those sorts of stuff. We got a bunch of topics, but I do have a great guest here to join me today. And with those guests here, let's bring them on in. Christian from Film Optics is here. How you doing, man?
Hello, everyone. What's going on? Thank you. Hey, thank you very much. What's up? How have you been, man?
Hey, I'm good, man. I'm good. You know, tried to watch Justice League today, and that didn't happen. But you know,
I tried. If I wasn't at the gym, I would have hopped on it.
I know. We keep talking about it every day, man. But thanks so much for joining me, man. We got two other people to introduce, so let's bring them on in. We got Jack. How you doing, Jack?
How's it going, man? Thank you for having me. I'm very excited to be talking about this today.
Yeah, man, it's going to be fun. And then let me introduce our last person, who I just did a great stream with over on his channel, and it is Elliot from Movie Files. How you doing, Elliot?
Doing good, man. Yeah, I was trying to watch Tom and Jerry, and then I got, Zack Snyder's Justice League all over the screen. No, I didn't get the chance to see it. But no, I'm very excited to be here to talk some Oscar stuff, man.
Yeah, before we get started, did you guys all see Tom and Jerry? I'm the only one I think that hasn't watched it, right?
No, I haven't seen it.
Oh, you haven't
seen it?
Oh, okay. No. And then Jack, I know Jack reviewed it. So I tried to watch it and I got bored. And I just said, you know what? Not worth it. Yeah. I got better things to play. I got better things to do. Let's do something else. But guys, you know how this is going to go. We're going to jump into a bunch of the different topics. We're going to start at one, and then I'm going to jump over to the live chat and see what you guys are saying as well. If you guys agree with us, if you don't, we're going to go around in a round circle, and then go back around for each one. And we have, I didn't even count, honestly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It looks like 10 things to talk about. So we're not going to do them all, but just because, honestly, animation, I think, is pretty solid. We already know which one's probably going to win, which one's probably all the ones that are going to get nominated. Same with the likes of makeup and stuff. I'm not that versed in it. If my guests would like to talk about that, feel free to towards the end. And then also we'll be jumping into the live chat just to kind of hear what you guys think. I did see someone say, and what about Ren? He's sleeping. He's sleeping. He lives in the UK. We all live in America. So Ren obviously always gets the first dibs on invites, and he is sleeping right now. But I'm happy to have this round table of guests because I do like every single person on here. I think they all have great personalities and just have a really cool thing, and kind of they infuse with my excitement that I have for stupid things like this. So let's jump into best score, guys. Everyone got their best score kind of lit up. Oh, so yeah, I'm actually going to have Elliot. I'm going to have you start with this one.
All right. So best original score we're starting off with?
Yes.
So for my nominations, I think, which I think this might be the winner, but I'll go with Soul, which was Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross, which I think was an incredible score. This is my favorite score of last year, and if it was up to me, I would choose this one. But Tenet, Leonard Gordonson's Tenet score was incredible. I listen to that like almost every day. Then I had The Five Bloods, Mank, which is also Trent Reznor, Atticus Ross, and Minari. Those were my top 5 that I could see getting nominated in regards to original score.
I dig it. Jack, let's go to you next.
Yeah, so pretty much the same kind of standard. I mean, I think it's kind of the consensus now that Soul is probably going to take this one home. Yeah. My favorite by far is Tenet. I think that's the most inventive, creative score that came out this year. That would be the one that I would personally vote for. I got Minari, I got Mank as well, and then it's hard because I haven't seen News of the World, but I've heard the score is really good. Yeah, it's really I've seen the Midnight Sky. I think that score is okay. That 5th spot is tough. So I put News of the World and the Midnight Sky because I think those are the ones that they're going to go with.
There's a film you guys have missed so far that I think will get that 5th spot, but
interesting.
I'm excited to hear it.
All right, Christian, your turn.
All right, so I honestly think Soul is going to win. Another one that I think is either going to be Trial of Chicago 7, The Five Bloods. I'm going to put News of the World in there because I have seen that one. And as much as I don't like the movie, I'm going to go with Mank.
Okay, so I didn't put Mank in mine at all. I think how the Oscar voters a lot of the time go is they pick one or the other. And I think they're going to pick Soul. I think Soul's the one. And the way I view it is also like when these people vote, they're at the last ones. So they look at everyone else's, they look at everyone else that won. And I know that's not the way they should be. And I know not all of them do that, but let's be honest, probably like 60 to 70% of them do it. Yeah. And I'd be lying if I don't do it too. When it comes down to voting, before I submit everything for the Phoenix Film Critics Society, I look at everyone else's wins and losses and nominations to see where I can be different at or where I can kind of speak my voice. So let's do that. So my number one, Soul. I think Soul wins it. If Soul does not get nominated or even wins it, I'll be shocked. Yeah. 2 is Tenet. Tenet is, I go back and forth between which score I liked more. I think they're both pretty inventive, to be honest. Some of the musical cues in Soul are really unique. Yeah. My number 3 is News of the World. I liked News of the World. I didn't expect to, but the best part about that film was the score. Hands down, best, most memorable part. And they've really pushed that. My number 4 is Minari. I think Minari is, if I had to pick one other score in here, because I actually think Tenet could maybe get snubbed. I would think Minari is the second best one to kind of get that spot. And honestly, earlier today when I was finalizing my list, I had Trial of the Chicago 7 at my number 5 because I feel like that's just going to get a lot of nominations. People will be like, I mean, it got a stunt nomination. Yeah. It didn't need a stunt nomination. I'm not going to have it at my number 5 anymore. My number 5 is going to be The Little Things. And I say that because Warner Brothers has pushed that film more than Tenet. They've pushed that film more than Wonder Woman. And Wonder Woman's another one that don't be shocked if Hans Zimmer gets one.
Yeah.
Because look at what Rise of Skywalker got one last year. And I didn't, I like Rise of Skywalker. I don't think the score deserved it, though. There was way better scores last year. So how do you guys feel about this? Is there anything you guys want to switch? Do you guys feel satisfied placing those in?
Yeah, I mean, Soul, I think is the front runner right now. Again, I think we all can, agree that Tenet is definitely probably, and I totally agree with you, Zach, in regards to Soul, in regards to John Batista's the jazz infusion with Trent Reznor every time we went to that plane and just kind of the fusion of the two different scores there. But I think Soul is the front runner for me. But I would love to see Letwood get that second one with Tenet.
Now, is there one for all of you guys that you're like, if it gets in, oh my God, such a big surprise?
I would probably have to say like Wonder Woman, if that. Well, no, it's not happy.
Would you be happy about it, though?
I actually would be, because between there was a lot of things I wasn't super crazy about that film, but the score really just puts you in the mood, hits the ground running. That's what I really liked about it. So it's I'm all for the recognition of more comic book movies getting the respect that they deserve. So
yeah, I mean, Endgame should have gotten one not last year. Well, yeah, I guess it should have been nominated.
That was good march for an entire year.
Yeah, it's insane. Can you guys imagine if we had to wait a year to see Endgame or more?
It'd be insane, man. We will be living in the Zack Snyder's kind of
the Nightmareverse.
Nightmareverse for sure, man. That would be crazy.
Yeah. What about you, Jack? How do you feel?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's the consensus. Soul's going to take this one home. I do like. I hadn't even thought about the Five Bloods. I really like that score as well as Wonder Woman too. Wonder Woman. When you just brought that up with Hans Zimmer's score, I was like, that makes sense. It kind of does. That was I had my critiques and gripes with that movie as well, but the score is one of the stronger parts of that film. So the top two, I think, are a little kind of not cemented, but pretty, Soul and Tenet are kind of the two that are being talked about right now. The rest is kind of a bloodbath. I think Minari is one of my favorite scores of the year as well, but those bottom two, who knows at this point?
I want to throw this in. I would love if Cherry got a nomination for score at least, because I think the score is hands down the best part about that film. But I think they shot themselves in the foot with trying to push that film as an awards consideration when they should have just pushed it out there. I think if it would have been pushed as not an awards contender, I think it would have gotten better reception, because I think a lot of the first early critics went in going, this is going to be freaking phenomenal. And they walked out going, okay. But I will say I'm one of the few probably in this group that loved Wonder Woman 1984. I think the score is incredible for that. So if it gets in, I'd be excited. We will see. But let's jump in the best cinematography, guys. I am going to do my 5, and my number 1's Nomadland. I think Nomadland takes it, hands down. I would be shocked if it doesn't. My number 2 is Mank. I think Mank is beautiful looking. I really loved Mank. I think Mank is a really unique film, and I think the script is one of the strongest aspects of it all. Number 3 is News of the World. Again, technically that film is perfect. Number 4 is Trial of the Chicago 7. Again, I put that in here because I think people are they're lazy. They think, oh, I did trial here, trial here, trial here, trial here. That's what it's going to go. If it wasn't, I would have put The Five Bloods here. I think The Five Bloods should be nominated in every single category, but it's probably going to get snubbed for everything. My number 5 is Tenet. Personally, for me, the best one out of this is Nomadland. But my second favorite would be Tenet, because I think Tenet's incredible, especially on a cinematography level. Christian, let's jump to you.
All right, so I think my number 1 is it's actually going to be I'm going to go Malcolm and Marie for number 1, and then
dude, God, I wish it would get nominated.
I'm going to do Nomadland for number 2, then News of the World, The Five Bloods, and I'll do Minari as well, because I thought that it was a very vibrant, like, beautiful film. So
you mentioned Malcolm and Marie.
Yes,
for the love of God, I wish that would be nominated in like a lot of categories, especially score too. I love the score for that. I don't know though. Jack, let's jump over to you, man.
Yeah, I mean, my number 1 is Nomadland. I'm very high on Nomadland in all technical aspects and just everything. I love that movie to death, and we're going to talk about it throughout the rest of this live stream, so I won't go on about it now. Number 2, I've got Minari. I love that film, but the one thing that really stood out to me was the cinematography. I think it's shot beautifully. I think the composition of shots is just stunning. That film really did floor me when it came to cinematography. I got Mank at number 3, The Five Bloods at number 4. And then I was kind of at a tie between, Zach, you said Tenet. I think Tenet, I will be a Tenet defender till the day I die. And I put First Cow as well. I didn't love that film.
I haven't seen it yet.
I still haven't seen it either.
I didn't love the film. I've got a lot of critiques about it, but it is shot. I wouldn't say it's a breathtaking cinematography, but it's very interesting cinematography and kind of creative and inventive in some aspects. So that's what I got. And then I've got News of the World as like one of my alternates as well.
Okay. Sweet. And what about you, Elliot?
Yeah, number 1 for me is No Man's Land. I think that's probably going to take a lot of awards come Oscar night. Number 2 is actually Mank for me, because I know Hollywood loves their Hollywood films, and the black and white was the cinematography. The film I'm kind of tossed on, but I think the production of that film was incredible. Number 3 is The Five Bloods. Number 4 is Tenet. And then just kind of a quiet horse. I know the film didn't get a lot of praise, but I'm thinking of Ending Things on Netflix. I thought that cinematography that was pretty unique and interesting.
I would be really excited if that one got in. So one that I heard you guys talk about that I fucked up and didn't even think about was Minari. Minari should be in there, 100%. I also want to throw in 2 outside shots. I think Promising Young Woman could actually get in there for cinematography. It's a really good looking film. Yeah. The other one, and I don't want to say it, but one I hope would get in is Judas and the Black Messiah, because that film's cinematography actually kind of surprised me. It's Midnight Sky. I won't be surprised.
You know what? Yeah. I didn't even think about that.
Yep. That film on a technical scale, perfect. Yeah, perfect as always. So, let's see. Let's move into anyone else got anything else they want to kind of move around, shake up?
I think No Man's Land's going to take the W on that one.
I think No Man's Land has it. If it doesn't win, I'll be, again, kind of shocked. Absolutely. So, all right, let's jump into Best Original Screenplay. Elliot, you're going to start us off this time.
I think Mr. Sorkin, man, is going to take the W with this one. The Trial of Chicago 7 comes in at number 1 for me. I have Promising Young Woman for number 2. I have Lee Chong's Minari script. I actually have Sound of Metal making an appearance on this list here. And then I have Judas and the Black Messiah coming in at number 5.
Good picks. Good picks. Have you guys seen that TikTok with the guy who's like, good job? Good job. he was on the Golden Globes with those kids. Yeah. Dude, the only reason I have a TikTok is to literally watch that guy with those kids. Those kids are so freaking cute. Jack, your turn.
Yeah, I kind of got the same thing. It's just a little twisted up a little bit. I have Promising Young Woman at number 1. I think the win last night was really big for Emerald Fennell.
So. Yeah.
Trial of Chicago 7 at number 2. I want Emerald Fennell to really win, but it is Aaron Sorkin, so we kind of have to be a little bit realistic. So I have Trial of Chicago 7 at number 2, and it is a great script. I don't want to act like it's not. It is very well done. I got Mank at number 3, Minari at number 4, and I've got Sound of Metal at number 5 as well. And then I've got Judas at number 6, and then I just sprinkled in Palm Springs at number 7. It's not going to happen, but I think it's fun.
Christian, your turn.
So number 1. Oh man, it's the most basic choice, but it's definitely Child of Chicago 7. I think it's going to take it. Promising Young Woman is my number 2. Palm Springs is actually my number 3.
Dude, if it happens, you can't even know how loud I will scream of excitement. Like
seriously though. And I would even say for The Five Bloods would be my number 4. And then honestly, I'm gonna throw in On the Rocks. Like I liked this, like it was interesting. I mean,
I like that movie. All right. So I have one that none of you guys picked. This is my dark horse to get in though. And I don't know if it would count. Borat 2 is my dark horse real fast.
Ooh, nice.
I think getting the PGA today was huge. And trust me, if it gets nominated, I actually will disagree wholeheartedly. It should not be nominated. I don't think it should. Palm Springs should be the one. Yeah. But that's my dark horse real fast. Just because that PGA, that I get Deadpool and stuff has gotten there before, but like that year I still thought Deadpool was going to get a nomination. I really thought the year that they got the PGA. So my number 1's Trial of Chicago 7. It's a great script. It's Aaron Sorkin, but my number 2 is Promising Young Woman. I think that should be the one that wins. We will definitely see if it does. I think going in before all these wins, I really thought this was going to be the Nightcrawler of this year. Really much get no love whatsoever, snubbed at every turn, especially when it gets to the Oscars. It's proving to be wrong about that, so I'm hoping it continues. But we also saw that with The Farewell, and The Farewell didn't make it into the Oscars at all, and that was a very harsh win. Minari is my number 3. Incredible script. Should easily get in there. My number 4 is Mank. I think Fincher's father writing this, I think, again, Oscar crowd loves these type of movies, and I think that's the reason I'm kind of being a little safe with it. And my number 5, and this is more of one that I just want to happen, it probably won't, is Soul. I think Soul gave one of the best scripts of last year. This is probably the only one on this list, and probably the only one out of all these that I think should get nominated. We'll see if it actually does. But I really think Kent Powers did such an incredible job with this script. And one other script that we will talk about, but definitely this one. And then someone said Judas and Black Messiah. 100% agree. There's one aspect of that script that I think is a little bit weak, and that comes with Dominique Fishback's character. I think it could have been a little bit better written for her, and I think she elevated that material. But still, please Palm Springs. Please Palm Springs. Anyone want to change? Anyone want to add anything?
No, I think for me, my dark horses were number 6 was Soul, and then number 7 was The Five Bloods. Okay. But yeah, okay. So The Sound of Metal was my surprise one.
See, and Sound of Metal's the other one.
Yeah,
I won't be surprised.
I haven't seen it.
It's really good. I remember what was it? I saw it because I got the screener, and I was on vacation for my girlfriend's birthday, but I brought my laptop and my HDMI cord so I could plug it into the TV because Mandalorian season 2 was on, and I flat out told her, I was like, she's never gonna watch this video, so I'm gonna throw her kind of under the bus. Sometimes she takes forever to get ready. Saw Sound of Metal was 2 hours. I said, I got 2 hours to kill. Watched it in 2 hours. She was freaking done. I was like, cool, we can go. So really dug the film. Please don't watch this. Please don't watch this. Please don't watch this. But I also, this is great. So I'm going to jump into the chat real fast because I keep forgetting to do that because I'm stupid. All right. So seeing a lot of great people in here, 25 people. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. Make sure to hit that like button if you're here. Make sure to go subscribe, everyone. Also down below after the show. Let's see. So film stock. I really hope Tenet wins for score, but it's not looking likely. That's the only score I listen to almost daily. Same. I drive down the street, bumping it, feeling like I'm in a high-speed chase. I'm going down the
747, man. I'm bumping the 747 all the time.
Yes. I think Soul should win, but Trent Reznor, Atticus Ross, and John Bestie is flawless. I agree. If Little Thing gets in, I will be shocked. I won't. Warner Brothers has literally pushed the shit out of that film. For the love of me, I'm probably the only one that liked this film, like really liked it. But who knows? We have one more that I think might get it, and I really hope it doesn't. Geely Goods is in here. Leo's in here. What's up? We in cinematography, definitely thinking Nomadland. Totally agreed. Yeah. Jennifer Vega, I still need to watch Nomadland. You should watch Nomadland
on Hulu.
Yeah, my new boss. First day at the office, freaking sends everyone an email. Everyone needs to watch Nomadland. I'm like, all right.
It's a good boss.
All right, yeah.
Yeah.
Original screenplay, I think Trial will take it. Yeah. I want a more different, type of thing this year, but I think Borat 2 is adapted. That's the thing. I couldn't remember if it was adapted or original. I don't know how it would be under adapted, but I don't know. It doesn't even really have a script. So that's my other reason. So anyways, let's jump over to screenplay adapted. I'm going to start this one. My number one's Nomadland. I think Nomadland's been kind of winning it over the last couple of weeks. I think it's going to get it here. My number two is One Night in Miami. Incredible script. Like literally phenomenal script. And if anything on this list was going to win it, I would say One Night should also win it. I actually like One Night's more than Nomadland's personally, because I think Nomadland feels a little bit more not script-like. It feels so seamless, and maybe that's just how the film comes across. But I don't think its strength is in its script, but more of its direction and acting and cinematography and all that. Number three, Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. Incredible script, top to bottom. Loved it. My number four is The Father. I think if The Father's going to get any nominations, it's going to be this and Anthony Hopkins. And my number five is one that I don't think anyone else will have. I'll actually surprised they do, is The White Tiger. If you haven't seen The White Tiger, really, really solid Netflix film. The script is the best part about that movie. I say this because it's gotten some locks, and especially when you look at the last couple of years, these are the ones that you get in. Christian, what about you?
So my number one overall is The Father, because I've seen that film twice, and it is so...
It's great.
I love it. Like, it is... I absolutely love it.
So I saw that at Sundance, like the first screening, and I'm sitting there, and I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I'm sitting there watching it, and I swear, like, I felt like I fell asleep because I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
I was so confused, and I was like, did I just pass out for like 5 minutes or something? And then like you get through it and you start understanding. Incredible. I mean, we're not talking about editing today, but like The Father should win for editing, hands down.
It really should. Like,
so, but yeah, great pick for that one though. Great pick for that one.
Thank you. So my number two is the Borat. Very nice. My wife.
Oh my god.
We got Borat number two. I'll do Ma Rainey's Black Bottom is my number three. And then I will do. I haven't seen One Night in Miami yet, and like I have a lot of stuff in my backlog. People, like it is really really bad. So I'll go with oh my gosh, what was it? News of the World. I think that's 4. I don't know.
It's 5. Whatever. All right, Jack, your turn.
Yeah, number one for me is Nomadland. I mean, that's the one that's been winning. I think Nomadland's going to win like all the awards this year. I think that's just what's going to happen. Number two, One Night in Miami. I think the adaptation from the stage play to screen was very well done. Number three, I put The Father. I haven't seen The Father. It's nowhere to be watched in theaters or anything, so I'm trying to figure out.
Issue too.
It comes out this month.
So I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to watch it, but I know that
it'll be in theaters next week, I think.
Great. So
from what I understand, I could be wrong, but
yeah. But from what I've heard, this is kind of a script that this voting pool might like. So, and from what you guys are saying, like it sounds fantastic. So I put that at 3, Ma Rainey's Black Bottom at 4, and then I put News of the World at 5.
Okay. And so Elliot, what about you, man?
Yeah, Nomadland for me, number 1. Number 2 is One Night in Miami. Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. Number 4, I have again Charlie Kaufman's I'm Thinking of Ending Things on Netflix, and then my very, very dark horse would be Lee Winnell's The Invisible Man.
Dude, if that gets in, trust me, you're gonna hear me scream. I love Lee Winnell. I love it. I know, Lee Winnell, you're going to watch this, and you pay me all the time to say good things about you, but, dude, The Invisible Man. Yes, yeah. I love that. Love that. So just opening it up, I think this is kind of one of those wide open ones. I think 3 of them are pretty definitive of which ones are going to get in. The bottom 2 are the ones that are like, it could be a toss-up. Yeah. And something we even talked, there's so many good films. Like, I think a lot of people are like, oh, last year's going to be so weak. And honestly, this is a stacked year. I think it's more stacked than even last year, to be completely honest. And last year was great too. There's one film, and I think it is adapted. I could be wrong, is Another Round, that I would really like to see make a surprise in counting into these. And I love Another Round. Christian, have you seen it?
No, I have not.
Jack, I know, Jack, you guys have both seen it though, right?
Yeah. That's
okay.
Yep.
Yeah, and so yeah, I really hope that makes a surprise in there.
Yeah.
Jumping into the chat real fast, Yo Zach, I saw you resigned at TJ Maxx. Where do you work now? I can't talk about where I work. They said that. They said I can do all my YouTube stuff. They just said I can't talk about that. Nomadland, One Night Miami, My Rainey's Black Bottom, News of the World. I would love for. I'm thinking of anything. I wish it all comes down to advertising, and that's why. Honestly, that's why I'm kind of hesitant to have The Father in there because Sony has sucked at pushing that thing at all.
Yeah,
flat out. That film should have came out months ago. I don't know why they think it's going to make $3 million opening weekend, but whatever. I would love for The Invisible Man to get a nomination. One of my personal favorites from 2020, but horror movies usually get snubbed from nominations.
They do,
and it's terrible, and they shouldn't.
Is that more of a horror, or is that like a
thriller suspense?
Both. I mean, my grandma watched it, and she didn't die.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, hey, we know Get Out got some love a couple years ago. So
yeah,
I'm not saying it's Get Out levels, but sometimes they pay attention.
I mean, a lot
to
of people were saying Invisible Man, Invisible Man, Invisible Man, Invisible Man. So let's move forward to we're gonna do Best Supporting Actor. Ooh. Elliot, kick us off.
Best Supporting Actor. So I have winning it. I think this is in no disrespect to the nominees, but I mean it's Daniel Kaluuya and Judas and the Black Messiah. Number 2 for me is Sacha Baron Cohen in the Trials of Chicago 7. Then I have Leslie Odom Jr. for One Night in Miami. I got my man, rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman for The Five Bloods. And then kind of my 5th one's kind of toss up, but I'll do Glenn Thurman for Ma Rainey's Black Bottom.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Jared Leto for The Little Things. Oh,
no. And I was going to also throw in a little kid, Alan Kim, for Minari.
From that won't be surprised.
Yeah,
I think he's. Did Jacob Tremblay didn't get nominated, right?
For The Room?
No. Yeah, he didn't get nominated, right?
I believe so. No,
I don't think so.
I want to say Kim has a shot. My only thing is Jacob didn't get in. I think Jacob was better. I think Jacob gave the harder performance too.
Yeah, I would agree.
Overall, so we'll see. Jack, kick us.
Yeah, I mean it's Kaluuya. He's winning.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no doubt in anyone's mind. That's the consensus. It's happening. My number 2 is also Sacha Baron Cohen. He's really good in Trials of Chicago 7. Leslie Odom Jr. at number 3. I would love to put him at number 1 because I love him.
He's so good.
But I mean Daniel Kaluuya.
That whole cast is good.
Yeah. And then my number 4, rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman. He's great in The Five Bloods. And then my number 5. I mean, this is the toughest one because the top 4 are kind of, I don't want to say solidified, but the ones that have been getting the love. My number 5 is Paul Raci. I mean,
he's great.
Sound of Metal, he is absolutely fantastic, and he's been getting no love, which hurts my soul. But that's my number 5. I got to go with Paul Raci.
There's one actor no one's mentioned. It's from Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. It's the other main,
I know
the leader of that group. Yeah, Coleman Young.
He's in my
so great. Okay, so go with your list because I actually think out of all the other supporting actors from that film, he's the one I would have picked.
Yeah,
I think he's the more flashier performance. Which
he has more screen time.
Yeah, which no one's seen Zola in this group yet. Jesus Christ, just you wait. I'm pretty sure he's in that one. Let me make sure. But like, he is so fucking. He's such a good actor. Like anything that guy shows up in, just like bam, bam, bam.
Yeah.
Him and Zendaya earlier or last year, I should say, with the Euphoria episode was incredible.
Yes. Oh my god, that was so freaking
I still haven't seen it. I still haven't seen that.
I still need to see part 2. Still got to see
part 2. Is incredible.
Yeah. So he is in Zola. Okay, so I got the right dude. Just wait. Like
he's great. He's such an underrated actor. Yeah.
Totally. I think Zola's gonna all those actors and actresses in there. Like we saw Taylor Page in Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. Just you wait till you see her in this film. She's gonna.
That's Kilo O'Reilly. She's in that too, right?
Yep. She's. I mean, I don't know if you guys watch Pleasure at Sundance, but like
I didn't go to do Sundance.
It's up there for how dirty it is. All right, Christian, go with your list.
All right, so number 1 is definitely going to be Daniel Kaluuya for Judas and the Black Messiah. My number 2 actually is Coleman Domingo for Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, and then Sacha Baron Cohen. Number 3, we got Chadwick Boseman at number 4, and I'm going to do Bill Murray for on the Rocks.
Okay, I can see it.
Nice,
I can see it. All right, so I did have Chadwick in mind. I'm just going to say that, but I am going to switch him out to be the different one. And I'm saying I want to be different because I think The Five Bloods is really going to get snubbed. Like, a lot.
I think it is too.
And
sure.
I don't think, honestly, I don't think Chadwick's the best performance in The Five Bloods. I think the best supporting performance in there was why am I blanking on his head? He's going to play Kang.
Jonathan Majors.
Yeah, Jonathan. I think Jonathan Majors hands down gave the best performance. Besides Delroy, he gave the best performance. But I would love for Chadwick to get nominated. Double nomination. That'd be awesome. So my number one's Daniel. If Daniel doesn't win, it's bullshit. It's literally bullshit. My number two, Sacha Baron Cohen. I mean, second best performance for me in there, but for actually going from a list. My number three is Leslie Odom Jr. He had the best monologues, gave the best monologues. I mean, truly enough, blew me away. Yeah. My number four, I think there's a chance we get 2 nominations from the Trial of Chicago 7, and it's Abdul. I think he gave the best performance in the Trial of the Chicago 7. I was blown away by him completely. And my number 5, Jared Leto.
Oh wow!
I don't want it to happen. I don't want it to. I would prefer Paul Race to get in, or Alan Eskam. But
was it the interrogation?
Someone was going to say it. I knew somebody was going to say it.
Dude, I don't want him. Yeah, I don't want him. I don't want him in there. I don't think he deserves to be in there whatsoever. I would rather see him get nominated for the Zack Snyder cut at this point. But
we live in a society.
It's even worse. We live in a society.
I'm more mad because it kind of makes sense.
It really does. How mad will people be if he gets nominated, but Chadwick doesn't get nominated in this?
I'm gonna punch a wall.
Yeah, there's gonna be some riots going on for sure.
And he's not terrible in it.
He's not.
It's just
Don't get me wrong. Yeah,
Jared Leto performance. Like,
he's just a weird dude.
He's a weird dude. Yep, that's the best way to describe. That's what's going to be on his.
He's like, you know, I know.
Yeah, I don't know. Is there anything you want to switch around? Anything you guys feel like should be more definitive?
I would love to see Alan get that nomination, man. That little kid is a star in the making, man. He's such a cool kid. And that clip that went viral last night with him winning and him just being so emotional and embracing this is so cool. I love that kid.
Okay. So kind of jumping in here, Tom and Jerry should win every single Oscar. Do you guys agree with that?
Yeah.
It's only right. Yeah.
Obviously.
Sweet.
It did really well at the box office.
It did.
Better than Raya and The Last Dragon. And I'm like,
crazy. Disney, I don't know what they were thinking with releasing that on WandaVision's finale. I was so stupid of them to do that.
Yeah. I heard Raya did good on the premiere access, though, to be flat out honest. But I think Raya is going to be a film that lives when it finally comes out on free. Because when Mulan came out for free, my review up.
Yep, that's exactly what we did. We waited. I was like, I'm not paying $30 for that.
So I luckily didn't have to pay $30. But I liked it, so I don't care what anyone says.
I love the Raya. Yeah, it's such a great film.
So, all right, guys, Best Supporting Actress. This is the hardest one to do. I'm going to be flat out honest with you because the nominations are weird. So flat out, I think Glenn Close gets snubbed. I don't think she gets in, and I'm just going to put it right out there. Honestly, I can't remember who went last. Elliot, did you go last time? Okay, Elliot. So I'm going to have you finish, but I just want to put out, I don't think Glenn Close gets in, but your turn.
You want to go first? Okay.
Yeah.
I have I had Glenn Close coming in at my number 1, and then I have Jodie Foster at number 2. The young lady Marie how do you pronounce her last name?
Marie
Bakalov.
Borat's daughter.
Borat's daughter. Yeah,
the one who ate she has my baby in her. I gave her a baby.
So that's my number 3. Then I got.
I should have worn my Borat outfit. They sent me the costume from the poster.
Really?
I should have worn.
Oh my god, that's so
awesome.
funny.
That would have been awesome. But number 4, Amanda Seyfried. Then I have Olivia Cooke coming in at number 5. Again, I was a big fan of Sound of Metal.
Okay,
great performance.
Yep.
All right, awesome, Jack.
I mean, if we're just talking about nominations, I think Maria Bakalova is. I don't want to say she's a lock, but after all the love she's been getting, I think she's going to get nominated. I got Olivia Colman as well. Amanda Seyfried, or however you say her last name. She's been the most surprising because I thought she was just going to come in and wreck shop throughout the entire award season, and it's literally been the exact opposite. But I still think she'll get a nomination.
She's fucking better.
Yeah, I'm gonna botch this really bad, but Yu Jung
Yu Jung Yeon or something. Yeah, I can't remember how they said it, but yeah.
I have her at my number 4. I mean, I think she's one of the best parts of Minari. Mm-hmm. And then my number 5, it's close because there's a few, but I put Ellen Burstyn.
God damn it, that was not enough.
Yeah, she was on my number 6. Yeah, she's my number 6.
And then I've got Helena Zengel and Glenn Close in my alternates, but this category makes no sense this year.
It is all over the place.
Can I be honest? I don't get Ellen Burstyn's performance with the love. I thought she was fine. I thought Vanessa Kirby was the best part about that.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
Yeah. So, all right, Christian, throw it out there.
All right. Well, my number 1 is Maria Bakalova from Borat, and then number 2 is Olivia Colman from The Father. And I would put in Hillbilly Elegy, but I haven't seen it yet. Don't shoot.
Okay.
It's okay. I'll put in for my number 3 Helena Zengel for News of the World, because I actually thought she did a pretty good job.
She did.
Yeah, and I'll throw in Yoon Jung. Yeah.
I don't want to just say the aunt from Minari because that's just disrespectful, but I also feel bad that I can't pronounce a damn name.
She was just like so full of life and just perfect. Didn't give a crap.
Yeah. I've seen Minari like 6 times.
Oh wow.
I honestly, I forget it's an A24 film. Honestly, like my friend asked me for my top 10 A24 films and I didn't put it in there.
Oh, that's right. It is.
And he goes, "Oh, you didn't." I was like, "Oh fuck." I'm like, it gets hard, man.
There's just so many.
So I want to say one of my dark horses right now is Jodie Foster because of that Golden Globe, and there's always that weird nomination that happens, and I think it's either her or Jared Leto that gets in. I'm more on the Jared Leto side, but we'll see. My number 5 is Olivia Colman. I really hope she gets in. I think her performance in The Father, again, I think The Father works because of the performances, the editing, all that. It's like literally a top tier film. My number 4 is Yeon Jung Yeon. I loved her. Personally, for me, she should win it. She should win this damn reward. She won't. My number 3 is Amanda Seyfried. I think she gave hands down the second best supporting actress performance, and she was the best part about Mank, in my opinion. I loved her performance. She brought such a light. I want to see more of that role from her because all I've seen her in is stupid Mamma Mia and Ted 2, and nothing really else from her that like really has excelled for me. Yeah. So I really want her to win there.
Mean Girls.
And
absolutely. She was in Mean Girls. Yeah,
absolutely. And Maria Bakalova. She wasn't even on my list until she won last night. And I think the reason I'm saying now that she should win, and I actually think she's probably going to win. She's fantastic in the film. I think she's the best part about Borat 2, hands down. I think Borat 2 is funny. I think it's fun, but definitely she is the star of it. In fact, I really hope Sasha doesn't come in as an actor. There's something weird in me thinking. Again, the Oscars are weird. Sometimes they do that stuff. So we'll see. All right, jumping in. Best actor. I got Steven Yeun, number 5. Number 4 is Gary Oldman. Number 3 is Riz Ahmed. Number 2 is Anthony Hopkins. And number 1 is Chadwick Boseman. Chadwick, if he does not win this, it's a fucking shame. But I will say, if Delroy Lindo somehow gets in, he's my dark horse. I still think he has a chance. Same with Kingsley Ben-Adir from One Night in Miami. Both of those guys give hands down the best performances of the year. I mean, this is seriously such a stacked thing for Best Actor. But for the obvious thing, this is Chadwick's last performance. But the 2 monologues he has in this movie are some of the best acting I've ever seen in my life. And I don't like stage movies like this at all. Like, I want people to know I hated Fences. I thought Fences was fucking garbage. I thought Fences was garbage. And I did not expect to like Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, but I absolutely loved it. It was one of my favorite films from last year. So I am biased on a lot of different categories, but I think Chadwick hands down gave the best performance of the year. And if anyone goes, if he wins and people will go, he only won because he passed away, sadly, I will literally fight you in the street. I will literally take you down in the street, Batman style, and throw you on the ground.
Yeah. People said the same thing about Heath Ledger. I was like,
he gave the best performance of that year too.
Yeah.
All right, Christian, throw it out.
All right, so my number one, of course, is rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman for Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. My number two is going to be Anthony Hopkins for The Father. My number three is actually Sacha Baron Cohen for
Jesus Christ, you freaking did it. No.
Yeah.
No.
My number. No. I don't know why. I
nominate
love that,
Ben
man.
Affleck instead if you're
He's
gonna do
actually
anything.
my number 5. Ben Affleck's
really?
my number
Okay.
5.
Oh, nice.
And then my number 4 is Lakeith Stanfield. For
Judas.
Okay.
I love that. I
Nice.
love that. I would love if Lakeith, because I don't think Judas, again, Daniel makes Judas, but like, I'll say this. If Judas wasn't the best film in the world, but Daniel was that amazing, Daniel would still get the nomination and probably win. But the fact of how incredible Lakeith is in that movie, Lakeith made a traitor. Yeah. He's so good. He's so different. So all that stuff. Before we get on the Jack, thank you so much, Cynical Dread. Yo, hopefully I'm not too late to the live stream. No, you're not. Thank you so much for the super chat. Jack, take it away.
Yeah, so mine are a bit more basic. You know,
I mean, they're like mine. Mine were basic too. So
number one's Chadwick. I think the two actor categories are pretty much solidified, and with the consensus, it's going to be those two, and rightfully so. I got Gary Oldman at number 2. I mean, I don't love Mank, but I think he's all right. And that may be something I want to switch at the end because I like some of the other performances better. Anthony Hopkins at number 3. Again, I haven't seen The Father, but I heard he's great. Steven Yeun at number 4. He was amazing in Minari. I have Riz Ahmed at number 5. I mean, Sound of Metal is just something special.
Yeah.
Like, honestly. And then my 2 alternates, I've got Delroy Lindo. I don't think he's going to get nominated, but I would love it if he did. And then I thought I was going to be the only one, but I put Ben Affleck for The Way Back. I mean,
he's great.
That performance just brought out some emotions, and you know, just was really good.
Yep. We got some Lakeith love in here. Candid Cinema is here. So, hey, you know what? I would freak the fuck out if Lakeith gets in. I mean, I want something different. Honestly, I would freak out if freaking what's his face got in? John David Washington for Malcolm and Marie.
Oh, honestly.
We'll see. They didn't push that film hard enough, which really saw. Again, it goes down to the thing. It does surprise me though, because The Five Bloods is getting pushed, and I just think it's people not watching it because it is one of the longer films on this. It's almost 3 hours. I want to say it was a long movie. Watched that at like 10 o'clock at night the first time. So not a good thing. Elliot, take it away. What is your picks?
Yeah, so number 1, Chad, with Ma Rainey's, I have coming in number 2, and this is not necessarily what I think is going to win, but Gary Oldman, I think is going to get some love at the Oscars this year. I have Anthony Hopkins at number 3. I have Riz Ahmed at number 4, and then I'll just throw in Matt Mikkelsen, man, in another round.
Yes.
I would love to see him get that nomination. I thought he was fantastic in that movie.
Dude, I'm right there with you. I think there is a chance. He would have been one of my other dark horses underneath. Again, it comes down to, I think when I hate to say this, but I think when the voters come down to it, they don't watch those foreign films or international films unless they get a lot of buzz. They just check off the list. So it sucks. I would love Mads. I see Mark in here. I was about to pull up his comment as well. I wish Mads was in the running. I completely agree. I think he gave one of the best performances of the year. Tahir is the lead in I didn't see The Martian, or however you say it. The Martian.
Yeah, I haven't seen it either.
Yeah.
So did no one saw it in here?
I'm planning on.
When someone asked me, I was like, I thought they misspelled Mandalorian. I'm like, that is a weird way. And they're like, no, it's like the name of the film. I'm like, oh, okay. Well.
Yeah, it's all over the BAFTAs. That is something. Again, it could be a weird one. I want to watch it. I saw Zachary Levi's in it, my boy. So anything he's in, I gotta support. But we'll see. I probably won't watch it. Honestly, I feel pretty good with my list. The only one I'm still iffy with is Gary Oldman getting in, and even Anthony Hopkins. Those are the two I'm still pretty iffy with. But when it comes to just looking at other people's nominations from other awards, that's what I think is going to happen with those. All right. Best director, everybody.
Ooh,
Elliot, kick it off.
Chloe, number one, she's gonna take the W, which is gonna be so awesome for her and her.
Maybe that means
career.
we'll get the Eternals trailer that same night.
Yeah, the night of, right? The day before the movie comes out, we'll get the first trailer. So Chloe, number one for me. I got Lee coming in for Lee Isaac Chung for Minari. I have Regina King at number 3 for One Out of Miami. I have Emerald for Promising Young Woman, and then I have Mr. Spike Lee getting some love for The Five Bloods, and then I have my dark horses was David Fincher as well as Mr. Nolan.
Oh God, Nolan would be a good pick. Jack, let's go.
Yeah, I mean, Chloe Zhao's taking home the dub. I think the next 2 categories we kind of know what's going to happen. I got Emerald Fennell at number 2. I love Promising Young Woman, and I'm going to give it all the hype that I think it should get. It's tough. Probably David Fincher at number 3. I mean, it's the Oscars, and we know that these award shows love David Fincher, so it'd probably be the number 3 for me. Regina King at number 4. I love One Night in Miami, and Lee Isaac Chung at number 5 for Minari, and then my 2 dark horses are Sorkin and Spike Lee. Those are my 2.
Good ones. Christian, take it away.
So number 1, I mean, I think I'm just gonna go Chloe Zhao because I do think she's gonna take it home, and she did a really great job with that movie. It's not my number 1 favorite of the year, but it's definitely like in my top 10. Yeah. So my number 1 is Chloe. My number 2 is actually going to be Florian Zeller for The Father.
You're sticking with it.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man,
it's a great film. It
just makes you think, and it's like stuff like that can happen to anybody. So it's like, but I digress.
It's a fantastic movie.
Yeah. My number 3 is going to be Emerald Fennell for Promising Young Woman. My number 4 is going to be The Five Bloods, Spike Lee, of course. And then my number 5 is going to be George C. Wolfe for Ma Rainey's Black Bottom.
Good pick. All right. I wish Spike Lee would get in. I don't think he does. Again, I'm sticking with it. I think The Five Bloods completely gets snubbed. I think the only award I could see it really hitting is Best Picture, maybe. And that's like 9th, 10th spot if they go that far. My number 1's Chloe. If Chloe doesn't win, I'll be shocked. I hope she wins. I've been cheering for her the entire time. If you still haven't seen The Writer, guys, it's an incredible movie. She's such an incredible director. And I've already said it. I think we'll see her at the Oscars next year, too, with the Eternals. I think that's the reason the Eternals is coming out in November instead of in February or May, like it was supposed to.
That'd be awesome.
My number 2, and I don't want this in there. It's nothing against him. I think he's a good director. It's Aaron Sorkin. I think he did a good job with Trial of Chicago 7. It just comes down to when they're checking off the list, I think they're just going to go, oh, Trial. Let's throw it in there. My number 3 is Regina King. You can do so much in only one location, and she did so amazing. Again, people like those stories. She's already in with the house because of her Best Supporting Actress win. And yeah, my number 4 is Lee Isaac Chung. I actually think Minari and Nomadland are, spoiler alert, the 2 front runners to win Best Picture at this point right now. Which either of those winning would make me pee my pants of excitement, flat out. So, and my number 5, and I would rather have someone else in here, but I'm going just how the Oscars could be completely different every year. And really, at the same time, not. It's David Fincher. I think the older crowd will appeal and throw David Fincher in there. And he did a great job directing the movie.
Yeah.
But for me, don't get me wrong. If Emerald Fennell shows up in there, I'll scream. It's just like when Jordan Peele. It's just when Jordan Peele got in there. And then Shaka King. Is that how you say his name?
Yeah, Shaka.
Love it for Judas because I think that direction was fantastic. Again, great jobs in there. Anything you guys want to change? Anything you guys want to add? Throw in?
No,
I don't think
I'm good.
I'll throw in one more dark horse. I'd love for the Soul directors to get in.
Yeah,
Pete Doctor and Kim Powers.
Kim Powers, yeah, I would love it. So yeah, let's jump to Best Picture, guys. The big award.
Did we? Did I mistake? Did we miss Best Actress?
Oh yeah, we did. I'm stupid. All right, thank you so much for reminding me. Yes, thank you so much for catching that. I thought we hit it already. I was like, wow, we're getting close. All right, so my number 1's Carey Mulligan. Carey Mulligan should win this hands down, flat out. If she doesn't, it's dumb. In fact, for me, I think it should be a 3-way tie personally between her and Vanessa Kirby and Zendaya. But Zendaya's not going to get nominated, which is all right, whatever. But seriously, when it comes down to this, Carey Mulligan flat out knocked my jaw on the floor. And to that one reviewer that said she wasn't attractive, I mean,
it's just like why would they even be a part? Like that's so irrelevant. So
men are men. You literally proved what the movie is about. So thank you.
There you go.
My number 2 is but actually going in order. I think Vanessa Kirby hits the 5th spot personally. I don't think she gets. I don't know. I there's part of me that thinks she could get snubbed. I think at this point she's just going to be in there to be in there. Honestly, my number 2 though is Viola Davis. If she wins, she's incredible. She's incredible, Ma Rainey. She's literally transformative. Get me my damn Coke. My number 3, I didn't have her in here until the Golden Globe win. Andrea Day. I haven't seen the film. I've heard amazing things about her, but I've heard the film's not that great. And
that's what I've heard.
But again, that Golden Globe win just shot her up. I think there's a chance she could even win. 4 is Frances McDormand. I mean, No Man Land's getting nominated for everything, so why not her too? My other dark horse is Rosamund Pike for I Care a Lot. I think that film just got thrown on there. I really like the film. I see that there's a lot of controversy in my comment section. I got 3 death threats from that movie. Pretty cool.
Wow.
I got told that I'm a fucking idiot for liking it. So, you know, that's a great comment to wake up to every morning on my Instagram. And yeah, those are my picks. Christian, you go next.
All right. So my number 1 is, of course, Carey Mulligan for Promising Young Woman. My number 2 is Vanessa Kirby for Pieces of a Woman.
Yep.
My number 3, even though I haven't seen the movie, I got to give my girl Amy Adams some love because she needs that Oscar. She needs it. She probably ain't going to get it
for
this
that
year.
performance.
No.
She should have won for Arrival. She should have won for Arrival.
She should. It's people these days. My number 4 is Zendaya. My number 5 is Rosamund Pike.
Ooh, so you kept it in there. All right.
Yeah,
nice.
It was a great film. I was just every time I watch her, it's like mesmerizing just watching her performance. It's insane.
She's so good.
Yeah.
She's so good. Jack, your turn.
Carey Mulligan, number 1. I mean, that movie is just incredible in all ways, shapes, and forms. I have Frances McDormand at number 2. I think the very, kind of refined and subtle performance that she gives is actually really impactful, especially with the themes that it hits about grief and stuff like that. Viola Davis, number 3. I mean, I could quote the same thing, give me my damn Coke. I think she's absolutely fantastic in this film. Vanessa Kirby at number 4. She gives probably one of my favorite performances of last year. I think it's heartbreaking. I think it's just amazing. And then as much as it pains me, Andra Day is at number 5. I haven't seen the movie, and I've heard that she's pretty good, so it doesn't pain me that much. And after the Golden Globe win, I think it's very, very possible that she's going to get nominated. Mm-hmm. And then my two wild cards, Zendaya. I thought she was really good, and then I put in Sydney Flanagan for Never, Rarely, Sometimes, Always. Is she going to get nominated? Yeah. Absolutely not. But I think it's one to think about.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Elliot, take it away now.
Yeah, I think Carey Mulligan for the sweep with this category here, coming in number 1. Number 2 for me is Viola Davis with Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. Number 3, Vanessa Kirby. Number 4, I have Andra Day. I've seen the film, not a big fan of the film, but her performance is pretty phenomenal. She saves the film, to be honest. And then, was that my 5th one? Yeah, that was my 5th. Then my dark horse would be, actually, again, going back to my love of horror, is Elizabeth Moss for The Invisible Man, which I know she won't get any recognition from. But
she was in another film this year.
Oh, Shirley.
Shirley.
Like nobody's talking about that. I'm like, I thought it was
movie.
pretty good.
Best performance in there was Odessa Youngo for me.
Yep.
Yeah,
she's
I
great.
Agree. Yeah.
So let me jump into the chat real fast. I hope Zendaya is in the 5th spot. Geekly Goods also said Spike, please. God, I hope, because I think The Five Bloods might be his best film yet, but
yeah,
that's usually what happens. Geekly Goods, Andrea Day. Andrea Day won the Golden Globe. I see Candid Cinema's being a little bit of an argument. You guys get in a lot of arguments. I don't know. But Amy deserves better than that for win. I agree. I think Amy's great in the movie, but
I was just trying to give her some love. She's my girl.
Yeah. Mark, you don't seem super high on Trial, which I agree with, but I remember your initial review. It is. I'm really positive on Trial. I love Trial of the Chicago 7. But when it comes down to the Oscars, I always want the more different type of movies to win. I always want I always try to talk about the more films that don't get the spotlight. Trial of Chicago 7 got a huge spotlight. So you bring up a good point, but I loved it. I think I would rather see other films win. I mean, that's just the honest truth. Any luck for News of the World? Ty asks.
No.
I don't think it wins. I think it could get nominations though. So anything else you guys would like to jump in and say? Change up anything?
Would there be? I guess another person I had written down was Anya Taylor-Joy for Emma.
Yeah.
She's great in there.
She's a good one.
She's great. So who knows, man? Let's jump into Best Picture now. And Elliot, you take it away. Now, I don't know how many you guys put for this. I only put 9 because I couldn't see them going past 9, but I could have easily done 10 as well.
I have 14.
Okay, that's fine with me. I don't care. You can say fucking 30 if you want to. I don't give a shit. Elliot, go ahead.
Yeah, I just had 7 in mine, even though I know there's going to be more nominations. But No Man Land, I think, is going to take the W this year across the board. Director, we talk about cinematography, writing. I mean, this film is just going to clean up house, which is awesome. Yeah. Then number 2 for me, which was my front runner for a while, was Trial of Chicago 7. Yeah. Number 3, Minari. 4, Promising Young Woman. One Night in Miami. Number 5, Judas and the Black Messiah coming in at number 6, and I have The Father coming in at number 7.
Perfect. Awesome. Someone else with The Father in there. All right. Jack, take it away.
Yeah, Nomadland, number 1. I think it's taking it. I think, again, it's going to wreck shop this year and take all the awards. Trial of Chicago 7 at number 2. I'm basing my list based off of what I think the Academy is going to do. So Trial of Chicago 7, number 2. Promising Young Woman, number 3. I love that movie. I'm going to defend it till the day I die. Minari at number 4. Movie, it has grown on me a lot since I've seen it. I put Mank at number 5. I don't love the movie, but I know in my heart that it's going to get a nomination, especially with how many slots there are. There's no way it's not. Ma Rainey's Black Bottom at number 6. Yes, that's number 6. Sound of Metal at number 7. That movie is just so just amazing. And then I have 10 just because that's how many you could do potentially. I've got Judas and the Black Messiah and the Five Bloods, I think. Or is that 9? That's 9. But Judas and the Black Messiah and the Five Bloods are the 2 others.
All right. Christian, jump over to you.
So I'll name off like my 10 and then I'll just say the one I would like to win. Because I don't like for Best Picture, it's kind of hard to be like, okay, But anyway, so I have The Father.
It's Borat too, right? You want Borat?
My name is the Borat. No, I wish, man. Oh God, I love that movie. I have The Father.
You like it more than the first one?
If it wasn't for what's her face? I'm blanking on the name already. Maria. I probably wouldn't, but like. The first one is so funny though. Like you just can't.
I saw the first one for the first time this year, and the hotel scene, I literally pissed my pants. Like I probably rewind that thing like 3 times. Like,
but when Sasha goes to like the RNC, whatever the convention, my God, I almost lost it. But so I have The Father, Judas and the Black Messiah, Promising Young Woman, Nomadland, Trial of Chicago 7. I have Soul and Wolfwalkers only because I really love hand-drawn animation.
Me too.
And I feel like it just hasn't really gotten a lot of love. I think that is a huge dark horse though. Yeah. So that's 7. Mank, I mean, I'm not super crazy about it, but I feel like it's going to be there because Hollywood loves movies about Hollywood. And Nomadland.
Oh God.
It's so hard.
It's tough. I mean, it's tough. So my number 1's Nomadland, and my number 2 is Minari. I think those are our 2 front runners. I think they are. And then my number 3 would be Trial of Chicago 7. If you're throwing in a third one, that's the third one that kind of pops up that I think is going to win. My number 4 is Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. I think that film's getting more recognition because of the performances in it, which makes me happy. My number 5 is One Night in Miami. 6 is Promising Young Woman. 7 is News of the World. 8 is Sound of Metal.
Okay.
9, Borat 2. I think there's a chance, and I don't want it to, but
we go to Yankee line and visit Donald Trump.
you can we do a podcast one day on Film Optics where you do that voice? And I talk like Mickey Mouse all day, and it'll just be Mickey and Borat talking. Are you okay with that?
That'd be very nice. I look very forward to listening to Mike Mouse of Mickey from Disney World.
Oh yeah, you can come in for free. We're reopening on April 1st. My hoe of a wife, Minnie Mouse, though, she's been cheating on me with Goofy. Literally fucking Goofy, you know. Who knows? But let's do that, okay? Let's do that.
Mark your calendars, ladies and gentlemen.
It's gonna be an event.
I don't know why I love Borat, so it just cracks me up every time. I don't know what it is.
Hey, you know what?
It's just one of those films. This makes you smile.
Yeah. You see, that's Tropic Thunder for me. I could watch Tropic Thunder.
Oh yeah. Yes.
I remember the first time watching that. I didn't know Tom Cruise was in it, and when he showed up, I sat there. I'm like, Dad, who is that? He goes, I think it's Tom Cruise. I'm like, the fuck? That's Tom Cruise. So I want you guys to know, like, I was like really young. And I convinced my grandma to take me to see that movie in theaters.
Nice.
She told me, I asked her, I was like, did you like it? Because I knew she did. She goes, I liked it because you liked it.
You enjoyed it, yeah.
Yeah, that's nice of her, yeah.
Yeah. My next one's The Father and then Mank. Now, I think Mank honestly should be higher, personally. I also think Sound of Metal should probably be higher on my thing. I think they're going to go with 8 nominations, though, this year. But I do think that the main 5 that'll go in there is Nomadland, Minari, Trial of the Chicago 7, Ma Rainey is One Night. I'm hoping Promising Young Woman. I think it's, again, have that uphill battle, but I think it's getting there. Is there anything you guys want to change out before we smack that submit in?
I need to add One Night to mine. I completely forgot about One Night in Miami. That would be my number 10.
Yeah.
I'd like to add Earwig and the Witch.
Oh, Jesus. You know what, though? Can I say something? No. Seriously. It could be Best Animated. It honestly could.
I can't.
But I don't think they put it in for that. I think it went up for TV movie, not a actual movie. So yeah, that's a fucking thing. All right, let's jump into the chat real fast before we get going, guys. Make sure to throw in anything else, guys. I don't want to miss any of your guys' thoughts. And seriously, guys, make sure to go subscribe to each and every one of these guys. Each and every one of them have a super personality on YouTube and even in their podcasts, because Christian, that's where he lives.
Yeah, sorry.
But he lives over there. But seriously, these guys each put out great content, better than mine, and seriously, they deserve the love. So let's jump in. Great list, Christian Knight. Let's see what Christian Knight's was. This is what Christian Knight: Nomadland, The Trial of the Chicago 7, Mank, Promising Young Woman, Minari, One Night in Miami, Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, Judas and the Black Messiah, The Father, and Sound of Metal. All those sound perfect.
Yeah. Good list.
If that list was the list, I'm happy. I'm overall pretty happy. Sound of Metal could sneak in for now. If you asked me a year ago, I would tell you no, but I think yes now.
Yeah.
Tie my top 9 are Nomadland, Trial, Promising Young Woman, Minari, Mank, One Night, Ma Rainey's, Sound of Metal, and Judas.
Nice.
Yep. Now, I gotta say, if you guys want to surprise me, Palm Springs and Soul would be a great pick.
Seriously, though.
Soul for sure.
Soul, yeah.
I mean, Soul's my favorite film of last year.
Same.
I will say, though, there's one movie that I wish they would have pushed, and it's stupid because now they're pushing it in the summer, and I have no fucking idea why they moved it, but it's 9 Days. That movie
I've heard so many great things about it.
That movie flat out would be my number 1 pick for everything.
Wow.
Flat out, like if you're talking about best performance from last year, Winston Duke gave it. Incredible movie. Incredible.
Nice.
Like you guys think Soul talks about what life is? Shit, you haven't seen nothing yet, man. I think I know one person that didn't like that movie, like really at all, and that's Sharonda. And Sharonda, I love you so much. I really wish you liked the movie as much as I did. I think in that screening, everyone was crying except her.
Really?
Yes.
Man.
So, all right, let's see. Please no Borat. I'll cry. I will too. I really do not want Borat. Dude, it's a comedy. Like it has nothing more meaningful to say for me. Except that America fucking sucks.
Yeah, it was very, like political or whatever, but like Oh my God! Just the whole COVID thing. It's like, oh, you see the COVID thing, Pinky. I was like,
Okay.
I'm very easily amused.
I will say though, the ending of that movie.
Oh yeah,
I don't think my jaws hit the floor that hard in a while. And my friend who watched it with me is the biggest Borat fan in the world. He's the biggest Sacha Baron Cohen fan in the world. His top 5 comedies ever, his top 3 at least is Borat, Bruno, and The Dictator. This guy has I'm talking about the biggest poster of The Dictator above his bed.
Wow.
Like it looks like tapestry above his bed. And the way he found it, guys, we were at Walmart and it was just in a fucking cart, like just randomly there. And this was like a year after the film had come out. And he looked at me and he goes, I think it's meant to be. I said, honestly, if it's not meant to be, it's not meant to be. I think it is. I think the father's like Filomi, like it where it gets a Golden Globe and BAFTA and misses Critics' Choice and PG. I think so too. They just didn't push it. And I think 9 Days is going to be at next year's Oscars. I hope so, but I don't know. But again, I said the same thing about Promising Young Woman. I think they did a smart thing waiting to push that film to December, though. They did a really smart thing. Yeah. Might not happen, but kind of hoping for Demon Slayer for Best Animated. For ever since its release, it's been breaking records. So
that's on Netflix, right?
No, the show is, but not the movie.
The show.
So let me talk about this first off, because I got in an argument with this person at my work about this. Well, my previous job. He told me Demon Slayer is gonna. The only reason they pushed it back so it get Oscar consideration, maybe. But here's the fucking thing: they didn't send a single freaking screener out, from my knowledge. I asked for one, and they told me no, that they weren't sending any out. And I said it was for awards consideration because I really did want to give an anime film a choice. It could have been my #1 film of the year. Also, it was only in one theater. Now, I understand they kind of changed up the theater stuff, but to be eligible, from my understanding, you had to be streaming at a certain time and also in theaters within LA or New York. Now, of course, you can't do that right now. Right. It's nowhere to be streaming in the United States, and it's only in one theater in the United States, and that was in Miami, Florida. Don't know what made them choose that. Yeah. So it would be really cool to see an anime film get nominated, because every time they do, I am so happy for them.
I am too.
But also, this is a niche. I guarantee you, 99% of the Oscar people have not watched Demon Slayer. God forbid have they even watched the most typical anime in the world. So I really wish. I think Saint Maud came out. It did. Oh, yeah, it did. They didn't push it though. A24 really doesn't have that big of a budget to push their films. They pushed Minari, and they pushed First Cow for a while too. But
yeah, is that movie literally about the world's first cow?
I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it.
It's like the first cow in like the pioneer setting that they're in. It's like the first cow in like all the colony.
Okay.
I didn't love the movie. I just think for the cinematography, that's why I put it in for cinematography, because I think the cinematography is kind of inventive, but that's kind of it. It wasn't, kind of boring, and
it's one of those movies that I got the screener. Like I have 3 screeners of that fucking movie. Yeah. I've been invited to like different things to see it, and just something about a cow, just doesn't.
It's like First Chicken.
I heard it's a great film about friendship. That's what I've heard.
It doesn't completely revolve around the cow. It doesn't. It revolves around the friendship and stuff like that. That's what.
Before we get going, to the guy who just disliked the video, fuck you. Also, anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really had a blast talking with this panel, guys. Maybe we'll have to all jump back in when the Oscars come in. I'll have to talk. I will be doing a live reaction, guys, next Monday morning. I love doing it every year because I get really into it. Like really, if you go back and watch last year's, when they said Toy Story 4 for best song, I literally pissed my pants because I was so excited because that song deserved to be in there. And I didn't think Newman would get it, but he did. And Toy Story 4 when they won. So I will be reacting to the Oscars when the winners are coming out, and I will be reacting as well to, in general, just the nominations getting predicted next Monday. A lot of things happening next Monday, especially if I can get a screener. We'll talk about that later. So let's start with Elliot. Elliot, where can they find you out? What do you got coming up this upcoming week? What do you have coming up in general for the month?
Yeah, for sure. Well, first and foremost, Zach, thank you for having me on, and then Christian and Jack. It was a pleasure to be on this panel with you all. But yeah, as far as like content this week, man, it's pretty low key, week this week in regards to just gearing up for next week, which is the big one, with Zack Snyder and obviously Falcon and Winter Soldier. So pretty low key on movie files. I'll be doing like clip outs from our discussion that we had on Saturday about WandaVision and all that stuff. But as far as the month goes, like I said, Zack Snyder's Justice League, reviews galore for that, and then dive into Falcon and Winter Soldier, and then of course we can't forget about the two kaijus fighting at the end of the month with Kong versus Godzilla. So it's going to be a great last
everyone
few
in this
weeks.
Real fast? Team Kong or Team Godzilla?
Kong.
I love Godzilla, but Kong's going to take the W.
Okay.
I mean,
no spicy iguanas in this.
I guess I'll go with Kong. I don't really know.
No, seriously, no. If you're Godzilla, I mean, feel free.
I genuinely don't know. I kind of want to see them duke it out and see what happens. I don't want to really pick a side right now.
I'll say this right now, guys. Kong will fucking smack the shit out of that fucking Clifford lizard that 3C Films calls him. He's going to smack his head in the ground. I'm just saying this. I just rewatched the first Godzilla and I rewatched Kong Skull Island. Kong, literally as a baby, still kicked some ass. Godzilla, let's just say this, guys. He needed help. He almost died in King of the Monsters.
He almost did.
Thanks for
saying that was a pretty good kaiju movie, though.
I mean, he's alive, so you
if he wins, it's going to be the third time in a row, and it's like that's so boring.
I'll say this: Kong's going to end up winning because he's not king yet.
Yeah,
and they'll probably have two fights, and then the ending fight will be.
Mechagodzilla?
Yeah.
I will say, though, it is kind of a little cheap ploy that Kong is getting, captured by humans, and we expect him to go toe-to-toe with another kaiju. So that is kind of like weird.
But we don't know. He might be threatening the little kid, and they're like, hey, I want to keep him safe. Who knows? Jack, let them know where they can find you out. What do you got coming up?
Yeah, I mean, first off, thank you for having me on, Elliot, Christian. I mean, I've worked with Christian a little bit, but Elliot, I've wanted to work with you for a while. I think your stuff's great.
Thanks.
Coming up this next few weeks, it's Zack Snyder's Justice League, weekly Falcon and Winter Soldier reactions. South by Southwest is coming up as well. I'll be covering that. And just the award stuff. I mean, I don't think we have another big award show until April, but we'll still be covering the Oscar noms and all that stuff. And my podcast, Fanatic Films Podcast, I actually have Amanda from
Candid.
Cinema. My mind just blanked. From Candid Cinema, she's actually going to be on Wednesday. We actually filmed it right before this live stream. That was great. And
all right, you guys just talked shit about Christian the whole time, correct? Like that's all you guys did.
No, we did not.
I wouldn't put it past Amanda. No.
It was actually Leo she was talking about.
Oh.
we did not talk crap about anyone. It was actually a very, very nice, awesome. Chill conversation. But yeah, I mean, thank you, Zach, again. My links are like Zach put it down in the description. I think he put my link tree down there, so you guys can find all my stuff over there. And thank you guys. This was a lot of fun. I love talking about the Oscars and stuff.
Borat Lover, where can they find you?
All right, everyone. All right, listen up. You can find us at Film Optics, where we bring everyone the optical vision of film, TV, and pop culture over on literally any podcast platform you can think of besides, SiriusXM. So we have a lot of stuff coming up. Of course, we're going to be covering Justice League next week, Falcon and Winter Soldier. Sure? Yeah. I don't know. I don't know anymore. I'm so mad right now. And wow. So we have Falcon and Winter Soldier. Of course, we'll be doing a weekly roundup of that. We're going to be doing Justice League March 18th. And we actually have our Invincible embargo date because that also drops on the 19th. So we got a lot of, if you guys are covering Invincible, you got Invincible, Falcon and Winter Soldier, episode 1, and Justice League literally within a day between each other.
Yeah, so that's why Invincible I'm holding off till the next week to review. I still haven't watched it. So guys, make sure please go subscribe to them. For me, guys, you guys are already here. You know where to subscribe to. For content coming up, I'm going to start streaming again on Twitch for video games. I have no idea what I'm going to play. So you guys want to give me ideas? Anything that's on the PlayStation, we can play on there. It's more just a hangout session to just me just talking and leveling up and doing whatever the fuck I'm doing. The other thing is, guys, you heard that. You heard Justice League, the Snyder Cut coming up. You heard freaking Winter Soldier and Falcon the Winter, whatever the hell it's called. Same thing.
A long title.
So excited to watch it. Invincible. I'm so excited to watch it. I need to watch the screeners because I've had them for like a month.
And we got Solar Opposites. If you guys aren't into that,
I haven't watched that. No, it's
really good.
Right?
Very good.
Yeah, I've heard that. So I need to watch that. Also, I finally watched My Hero Academia, and I absolutely love it. And there's an episode coming up that Ren and Leo said I have to react to. Like they said, I have to react to it. So Leo told me how to react.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna shoot for it, and we'll see if I really. Because today I cried watching the damn show. I flipped up, I jumped out of my seat, and I don't know how I was supposed to go back to work after that. But and then I also have a new segment starting my channel. I'm hoping to start it this week, guys. It just depends. I don't want to say what it is because it's gonna be my next secret play to grow this fucking channel really high up. So not saying it until I do it. And see
mystery.
There we go.
I like it.
My secret. It's my secret cure.
It's the Mickey Mouse and Borat show. That's the announcement, right?
Borat dressed like Donald Trump, and I'm dressed like Walt Disney.
I know it. You know it. Everybody knows it.
I'm fucking. All right, guys. Thank you guys again, and of course, until next time, stay classy. Damn it. Stay classy. Stay